So last week we talked about waking up earlier and being successful in that. However, I did leave something out because I'm pretty sure you guys are going to be mad at me for this. I love coffee, iced coffee especially. Give me an iced latte any day. And I love green tea, especially with lemon and honey. I'm obsessed. However, when I was little, my mom had this rule that we couldn't talk to her until after she finished her first cup of coffee. I was not a fan of this rule, and I vowed to never have to use this rule for my own children. And you know what? I'm not gonna need to. I have some pretty strict rules for myself on caffeine. For me, my coffee and my green tea are little sweet treats rather than things that I need to survive. One of the things that I do, and genuinely what I think has probably made the biggest difference, is that I don't drink it for the first hour of waking up. Even if the night before I was like, ooh, oh my god, I'm gonna get an iced coffee in the morning, I make sure that the first sip of that iced coffee is at least 1 hour after I woke up. An hour is kind of an arbitrary number, but I really just use it as a guide because in that first hour of waking up, that forces my own body to be pumping out those wake up hormones and getting me going on my day. Like, genuinely, not drinking coffee is the lazy girl's trick to waking up early because I don't have to do anything. My body's already doing it. I woke up and now my body's like, okay, time to get up, gonna start this system, gonna pump this hormone out so that my brain knows that we're starting our day. Coffee really is just like a little sweet treat for me. So a lot of the times I have it like as my dessert. But additionally, caffeine is a super interesting tool because it's also an antidepressant. We're gonna get serious here for a second. Not really because I can't be serious. I don't have a serious bone in my body, but we're gonna be a little bit serious. I have pretty intense seasonal depression. It is that time of year when I start really feeling it and really struggling, and I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely been feeling it and I've definitely been struggling. But caffeine is actually an antidepressant. So one way that I use it that might be a little bit caffeine dependent and a little bit flawed and like maybe I should just talk to a therapist and get antidepressants is I will have a little coffee treat around 1 or 2 because it gives me enough of a boost as the sun starts to go past its peak that I don't feel that like intense dread that the sun is going down. I also am like super in tune to the sun, so as soon as the sun starts to set, I'm like, okay, bedtime. Okay, time to go to bed. That's part of why I have the sunrise alarm clock. Because when the sun can rise in here, even if it's not risen out there, it helps me to wake up because I'm ridiculously in tune with what that big fiery ball in the sky is doing. If you feel completely fine with your relationship with caffeine, then this doesn't apply to you. Your relationship with caffeine is your business. But if you want to change your relationship with caffeine, I have a couple things that might help. First of all, don't quit cold turkey. Caffeine is a drug. It's obviously not as dramatic as actually harmful, addictive drugs, but the same thing kind of applies because you do go through withdrawals. If you quit cold turkey, you will hate everyone around you, and everyone around you will hate you too. You will be so irritable, you'll have such bad headaches, you'll be so tired, you will hate everybody and they'll be able to tell. Instead of quitting cold turkey, you want to kind of wean yourself off of it. My first suggestion is to make sure that you're just drinking a glass of water before you have coffee. First of all, it's good for you. Drinking water first thing in the morning is so good for you. If you're already doing that, then like, high five, girl, because I was not doing that for a very long time. I did not drink water in the morning. I was like, nah, it's fine. I'll just eat my breakfast and then not drink any water until 2 p.m. Anyway, this is not about me. After you've had a glass of water, maybe try switching to decaf. Maybe you have 4 cups of coffee a day. Maybe you try to just make one of those decaf. That's your first goal. Or maybe you want to try replacing all of them with decaf and see what happens. I don't know how much coffee you drink. I don't know. That's a suggestion for weaning yourself off. Slowly bring it down and start with water. And also don't have caffeine on an empty stomach because that's also bad for you. If you're looking for ways to make your mornings more enjoyable with or without coffee, I would recommend taking a look at my last video. We talk about cozy ways of waking up early. It'll actually make you like mornings, I promise. That's really all that I have to share today. I just wanted to talk about caffeine a little bit because I feel like it's a very divisive topic and it's very specific case-by-case basis, and every person has a different relationship with it and every person wants a different relationship with it. So I just wanted to share my stance on it, where I am, because I feel like the wellness industry demonizes caffeine a lot, and I don't think it should be demonized. I think it's a great little treat for yourself, and I think it definitely has its use. I understand where they're coming from because it makes it harder to wake up on your own, but that's also like not your responsibility if you accidentally became dependent on caffeine when you were in high school or college and now you're like, okay, how do I stop this? So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, comment a white heart and a coffee emoji of some kind. I don't care which one. Pick something. You are awesome. You have got this. I hope the rest of your day is amazing. Thank you so much. Mwah, 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 mwah. With so much love, with all the love you can think. Becca.